let's talk 2024 for a moment here, and the latest in the Republican effort to position themselves for a possible race for the White House. But first, we got to tell you about former President Donald Trump, who fired up his supporters at the annual rally of conservative activists known as CPAC. There he is. Other potential 2024 candidates were there too, but notably not Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who chose a different audience at the Reagan Presidential Library. There he is. Robert Costa has more now on the fight for the Republican nomination.
We will evict Joe Biden from the White House.
Former President Trump back before the Conservative Political Action Conference this weekend, pushing forward his bid and pushing back in stark terms against ongoing investigations.
I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution.
Trump also pledged to stay in the race even if indicted in one of the state or federal probes of his conduct.
I wouldn't even think about leaving.
The list of potential Trump challengers is long, but former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, a Trump critic, tells CBS News he will not run.
I was struggling because my heart was telling me to run. My head was telling me no.
Politically, by staying out of the race, it's a smaller field, maybe tougher for Trump to get the nomination.
I didn't want to have a pileup of a bunch of people fighting.
Nikki Haley.
Others are pressing ahead. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley announced her candidacy last month and also appeared at CPAC.
If you're tired of losing, put your trust in a new generation.
Notably absent at the conservative gathering was Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who continued his book tour on Sunday in California, with no mention yet of his 2024 plans.
So in Florida, we say very clearly, we will never, ever surrender to the woke mob.
As for the Democrats, President Biden has still not officially announced his re-election bid, but he did get his first challenger on Saturday. Self-help author and 2020 candidate Marianne Williamson announced she will run again.
I see this campaign as challenging a system.
President Biden's top allies tell CBS News that he will not engage much with Ms. Williamson's campaign. And former Governor Hogan, he said his decision was in part about keeping that group of traditional Republicans in the party from crowding each other out and perhaps making it easier for former President Trump to use his consistent base to win that nomination. Jerika?
Still very early and a lot could change. Thank you, Bob.